Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back. I am EBINOTTI, and today we are doing the full moon readings. Full moon is currently in Sagittarius. We're going to be working with the elementals. I was channeling some stuff coming into this energy on doing something kind of special for this cycle, and I think I realized what it's going to be. I think some of these readings are going to be done at night. As soon as I channeled that, I woke up this morning and immediately wanted to tap into the energy for us. So we're starting off with these during the day, but you can expect the lighting to change because likely some of these elementals are going to be done at night. Okay, like under the moon's light. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes through when we tap in during that time. I'm very excited to get out into nature right now, but today we are going to be working not with the earth element, but with air. We are called to do air first this time. So a lot of third eye energy, a lot of third eye openings, awakenings, a lot of clearing of the throat chakra. So you can expect some clearing in the upper, like in the sinus, the ears, the eyes especially have been very active, but it's happening in different places for all of us. So allow the clearing, allow the healing when you are being called to heal. So if you're getting sick right now, then know that you're spiritually going to be going through some stuff to face and to clear. Okay, so this is about healing, this is about seeing, this is about understanding, this is about expressing the truth. We're getting down to that truth frequency. The truth is an interesting thing because perception can affect the truth. Suddenly my solar plexus and sacral are becoming very active, so just rubbing my belly a little bit. But the truth can be different depending on where you were standing while the truth was happening, right? So situationally, when action is involved, there can be different perceptions of the truth, but in it, there is only the truth. Do you understand? Somebody's perception of the truth can be different than ours, but it doesn't make the truth any different. So that's why they say between two stories lies the truth. Two sides and one truth. You know what I mean? So we're having, the need, we're being called and having the need to have compassion right now and understanding and seeing people expressing their truth. It's going to be pretty ugly sometimes. We got full moon energy, right? And with Sag, it's pure fire. It's playful, exciting, adventurous, and fearless at times. And that means that there's going to be a lot of anger and aggression being expressed right now. There's going to be a lot of viciousness and disloyalty exposed right now. So, the truth will hurt sometimes, but the truth will out. It's time. I was watching Harry Potter last night, and I love Mr. Weasley when Harry is going in to have his trial. You remember when like everything and everybody in the ethers is against him? That's how he feels. And Mr. Weasley just looks at him and he says, as the muggles say, truth will out. And it resonated. You know what I mean? So we're called to do air today. Truth will out. And I got a feeling that's what this reading's going to look like. Okay. The truth will out. So preparation, expect there to be preparation for you in this reading, whether you're an air sign or not. If you're called to the element of air, then there's a reason for it. Regardless of the zodiac, we work with the elements physically in this third density. Okay, so working with the air element today, looking at the truth, preparing ourselves for some big truths, our own truths, other people's truths. What we can control and what we can't. The truth, the air element is a very logical element. So it's very linear in its movement. It's very precise as well. So, you can expect some of that, that precision. The mental space is probably a little dense at times, so do what you can to clear the mind. I love to do stuff like cleaning and chores and getting my to-do list checked off. That really helps me mentally to kind of put my mind on a simple task so that my body can get back to alignment. It's kind of like taking your mind out of it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's a knowledge deeper than the mental understanding of something. So the body can feel truth, and that's kind of the direction that we're going in, is when it comes to desire, manifestation, anything that you're looking for, seeking that knowledge, that power, that resource, whatever it is. You can expect it to be something that resonates in the body long before the mind, can absorb it. So looking at the air element, it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out, because I really feel the heart space being relevant right now when it comes to the air element, and that's water and that's feminine. So when the heart and the mind work together, we're in Gemini season. And if you know the tarot, that's the lovers, where the heart and the mind make decisions in unison. And when they don't, you get chaos. That's the twin flame journey. And that's even interacting with the soulmates right now, because there's a lot of shadow energy on the board. There's a lot of it out here. A lot of exposure means a lot of shadow is being seen, being needed, being integrated, healed, etc. Okay, so do what you got to do to prep for this reading. I'm going to stretch my back just a little bit, because that's absolutely what I need to do. And the first deck that called to us today was the Anubis Oracle. Ooh. And it's been a while too. I haven't had Anubis on the board in quite some time. My cards have been kind of away and, just where they needed to be for a little while I came full circle and got back to work here. So, really needing to stretch out the back, my goodness, and the chest. Ooh-wee. Oh, damn, that feels good. Nice deep breath. Okay, and we're going to get into shuffling. So, the Anubis Oracle. Da, 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 da. Okay. So, light your incense. Get yourself ready, comfortable. Get your sipper, whatever you're sipping on, ready. My shuffling's a little off because my poor finger, my middle finger on this hand is a little gimpy right now. So, okay, let's see. The ancient Egyptian knowledge, a journey into the shamanic mysteries of Egypt, is what it says on the box for this deck. So we're going to step a little bit into the ancient Egyptian timeline for a second. We're going to go back to some of our origins and some of our ancient ties, I guess you could say. The Akashic records have definitely been calling lately. So if you're being drawn to really go inside, get quiet, meditate, spend time alone, you probably have some Akashic records available to you right now. So bottom of the deck, we've got Osiris, regeneration, transmutation, and beauty. Osiris. Regeneration. I mean, to me, Osiris is an interesting cross into the underworld, right? Like, it's a very judgment kind of energy. We're going through the veil here. There's a death and rebirth process that is happening within the collective right now, and it's a big one. It's not just a little moment where some transformation is happening. It's like it's happening on massive scales, like we've never experienced before. I mean, some of us are really the elders out here, so okay, we have, but the rest of us, it's like, whoa, no matter our age right now, we're feeling humbled by the elders and the elder experience. Okay, so really tapping into the maiden, mother, and crone energy, the 3 life cycles within the divine feminine out here. I love that. Going cosmic with it immediately. The cosmos is very much so ruled by the divine feminine right now. So there's a lot of anger coming up from, oppression is very much so on the table. That's a big truth right now, is where and when we're feeling oppressed. So take a look at that in your life and see where that's relevant. Where and when are you feeling oppressed? Because that's going to be something to deal with right now, especially when it comes to the shadow work. A lot of our anger and aggression is going to come from perceived oppression. So definitely not a time to be oppressing ourselves. It's definitely a time to be looking at ourselves in all of our glory, like from all angles, and accepting. That's 3, but we'll take it. And bottom of the deck, Hathor, magic, medicine woman, integration. So really activating some gifts here. Again, the ancestors are very relevant under this full moon energy. If you haven't watched the collective message, I would. If you want to see what's just going on with the full moon that we're all going to be dealing with, okay? When it comes to the air element, here we're activating and seeing new gifts. So when it comes to the healing energy, you know, the healing gifts that we have, that magic, what makes us special and valuable here in the collective, not just the way we've always valued things before, but the way that we're going to see value in people moving forward. What really makes a human being like a glorious human being? Like, what is worthy of celebrity now? Like, if we're all going to know your name, it's like, for what? You know, we're just not interested in the things that we were interested in before. So that's really changing, is who we hold up and why. You know, everything from popes and priests and police and all that, presidents, and now we're down to, you know, the celebrities and the people we fall in love with and, you know, the people we relate to. But then moving forward, it's like the people we are, the people we become, the people that we value. The value changes. Okay, so some real core values changing here. Card number 22, the Nile. I love that Master 22 coming out. I did see 11:11 on the clock, but I didn't want to cut the message to say it. So it seems like that happens in every single reading. I'm not always going to call it. If you call it in the comments that you saw, you know, the 11:11 or the 22:22, especially in this case. 22 being a very relevant number right now in the collective. It's really popping up quite a lot for us. So, you know, when it comes to the Ascended Masters, there's a lot of energy coming in through the third eye and through the crown chakra so that we can become leaders and speak on this era, speak on, you know, misjudgments, speak on the things that are collectively going wrong. You know, it's time for us all to catch that wave. It's interesting. Sacred archetypal element of water. So water element's going to be very, very relevant in healing the mental space, really getting into the heart space, being honest and authentic when it comes to our desire, and balancing. You know, when we make decisions, we don't just make logical decisions. When we make decisions, we don't just make emotional decisions. You have to take the time, really calm the self, find that centered space, take the time, okay, when making decisions here. And sometimes that'll be fast and sometimes that'll be slow, you know, depending on how we do it. Fire Marshal just showed up. What up, bud? Aw, baby's not feeling good. He's coming home. Actually, that might have been him before, but he's awfully quiet down there if that's the case. I don't think so. And 30 seconds remaining on the tarot reading upload. Okay, number 9, Thoth. Hell yeah. Talk about the mental space, huh? The air element. We got Thoth coming out. Fuck yeah. You know, the ultimate knowledge, you know, the ultimate library of information. Wow, Thoth is being represented in so many ways. I recently watched Gods of Egypt. I think Thoth in that one is so funny. And just so great, like, because we get to see the aspects of Thoth as opposed to like the god, the ancient Egypt. You know what I mean? It's like Thoth was a bit of an arrogant ass, little into himself, some super ego going on there. I just loved it, you know, but with knowledge comes burden, and I think that's the message here. Illumination, architect of wisdom, enlightened communication. Okay, the air element. And then third card out, hello, do you recognize him? Because he was just here to say hi. Osiris, literally the god of Egypt. You know, Osiris, there was one thing about Osiris that he really did it, and that was his fairness. You know, that all men are equal, and that our third dimensional value was not our value was something within. So balancing the heart and the mind in our authentic desires has everything to do with understanding our core values. What are the things that we value? Under this full moon energy, we're taking the time to look at that. Okay, regeneration, transmutation, and beauty. Venus energy, I'm not an astrologer, but Venus energy is so relevant right now. We just came out of Taurus season. The season, the sign ruled by Venus, the planet Venus. Taurus, and we're in Gemini now, which is an air sign, you know what I mean? So here we go, the twins, the dark and light, the underworld and back, the subconscious, you know what I mean? Especially with the full moon, we really do talk subconscious desires, the shadow elements that might not be, like I just heard hidden, that are hidden from us right now. Thoth is, you know, kind of like the hermit. It even looks like the hermit card, right? In a way, this is spending time alone when necessary to get the mental space cleared up, to get it into balance. You know, very necessary right now. Both of these cards are represented by water as well. So I'm loving the energy of the feminine coming into the mental space here and really calming it down and creating that safe space of healing. Like, I'm super excited that Babe's on his way home right now because he's not feeling good. And I just so happen to have the time to be here. So what are the chances? You know, really appreciate the moment. As the moment comes, it's going to be relevant. Your timing is going to be very, very fated right now. Destined. We're on our destined timeline. I wouldn't be surprised to see the three sisters, which is the Wheel of Fortune card, past, present, and future. Okay, and in that, because I saw a card from this deck, this is going to be the tarot deck that we use. That was an easy choice, wasn't it? Tarot de la Nuit, or the Tarot of the Night, is what we're going to tap into next. Very feminine, dark feminine energy here. There's a lot of, like I was saying, oppression kind of going on within the energy. So we're focusing on that in a way, and we're stepping back when we need to. So balancing, taking care of the heart space, not being too hard on the self. You know, you are a great achiever, a great warrior. You do the most, you accomplish the most. So when and where you need to take that time, you do that. That's what it's all about. Okay, a couple more shuffles here. I love the medicine woman shamanic vibes coming out with Hathor on the bottom there. I'm just feeling that witchy, you know, witchy is a bit triggering for some people, but I'm just feeling that energy of tapping into all the healing and all the necessary. This is very necessary. What you're going through right now is absolutely necessary, and it's not just you. Around you, there's probably a lot going on. People are making big decisions right now, you know? I feel the need to rush this one a little bit, which is kind of weird. Okay, 6 of Wands on the bottom. Highly successful right now. Yeah. Making others proud right now. There's a leadership element to this energy right now. So when it's authentic for you, when you know that your integrity and your morals you are checking off those boxes, man, no matter how scary, no matter, you know, how unsure or whatever, this comes down to faith and bravery. Some real courage being called from the collective right now. I'm already proud of you. I'm already so damn proud of you, because I know already in your heart of hearts, you're doing what is necessary. First card out. Another 6, the 6 of Pentacles. Look how relevant the lovers are right now. Major Arcana number 6 rules minor arcana. We've got 2 6s out, twinning in the season with the lovers, Gemini season. Do you follow? Damn. This is your value being seen, being balanced. You give what you get, and you are getting what you need right now. It might not be what you want, but it is what you need. So look to the future, if it's in the future still, where things balance out, where you get as good as you give. That's all you need to focus on right now. There's no need to dive into the deep, dark waters unless that's what you're being called to do. I love a good moment of depression. It can be so healing. It can be so enlightening. Okay, so some of us are diving deep into those waters right now, and the rest of us are just making easy decisions. Sometimes people make hard decisions real easy. Okay, so making those decisions if and when the time is right for us. We don't follow, we lead. And that doesn't mean that we don't take second string. That just means when it comes to our existence, our life, and our timeline, we don't follow. We have to lead. You have to take the reins in your own life. End of discussion. Okay, nobody else is responsible for your karma in the end, just you. Next card out. Six of Cups. 666, baby. And that's very powerful. It's a very powerful creation energy. Okay, the vibration right now is very powerful. So when you are making moves, when you are speaking, using the throat chakra to vibrate and communicate, keep it authentic right now. Do the inner child work. It is very, very necessary because 2112 on the clock, the mirroring. Do the inner child work right now because it's very necessary to heal some of these things that have been, especially right now, highly triggered. Okay, this fucking close to pushing you over. So it's very important to be nostalgic, be in the inner child, allow reconciliation, allow healing from that way back energy, because the people currently triggering you right now are triggering something from way back. You can't put that on some new person when that comes from a lifetime of this challenge. Okay, so we're really going into the shadow work here. I mean, no shame, no shame. Sometimes somebody's going to take some karma that, no, they didn't deserve. But, you know, that could be a contract that you guys made like way up in the ethers. That can be, you know, their burden, your burden, you know, but separately. It's so weird, the people that karmically come in for us. We got some messages on that. So central energy, we have the King of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's see what else we got before we get back to that message. Next, we have the Page of Cups. Ooh, that feels good. Oh, regeneration, transmutation, and beauty. Coming out like this card. Oh, yes. And finally, the High Priestess. Ooh, to finish us off. So let's bring these two together. The King of Pentacles is our central energy under Thoth, is perfect right now because mastering the earth element, especially from the logical space, again, needs to balance the masculine and feminine elements within us. And that's what we're doing under Thoth's energy. It's bringing the mind to a place that it needs. It's almost like, again, putting it aside for a second, you know, because the body here knows intuitively something that the mind hasn't registered yet. Okay, so slowly but surely we're starting to feel the regeneration, the mastery, the self-value, the self-worth. It does take a second coming out of, you know, the dark alleyway that is our, I just heard so many things, youth, childhood. I know, you know what I mean? It's definitely going to be one of those dark night of the souls kind of energy going on in the mind. So with that in mind, do what you need to do to prep that space now. You know, if you've got the vacation time, take it. If you know, love a certain book, grab it. If you, you know, meal prep for the week, sometimes that totally does it for me, where it's just like, oh God, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, I'm gonna cook some of my favorite stuff, I'm gonna meal prep it out, I'm gonna just eat really good this week because I'm in the mood for luxury in the physical, you know, consumption. So I like the way earth and air are coming together here. I think that's really nice. Okay, first clarifier out. Hoorah, I'm just like getting comfy here, you know, guys. Let's get comfy and be real about it. Nine of Pentacles coming out to clarify the Six of Pentacles. So how do you know when you have equal give and take? Because sometimes emotionally we can get like super confused, right? Within the deep waters of the Nile, budding up to, you know, some real deep, you know, lifetime building stuff. Like, you know, nostalgia really goes all the way back. How do you know that the equal give and take is really equal? You know, how do you know that your self-talk is actually unhealthy sometimes? It's like you're doing it to yourself. It's not always something completely in your awareness. But with the Nine of Pentacles energy, that's the focus, is you can focus on the self and know what's right for you. It's not about selfishness or greed. That's an imbalance. And this is about balance. The healing of the feminine with the masculine, feminine, making decisions. You will only be speaking the truth, and that will only bring in what's right for you. I can feel all the feminines out there. It's like mothers and stuff like that. It's very difficult to think just about the self, but without being your best self, you cannot give, you know, to your children or you just cannot give at that level. So you really have to focus on the bettering of the self, you know, the alignment of the self, because you have to stand strong in front of your daughters. We all do. Collectively, we have to stand strong in front of the youth so that they understand what it looks like to be a good person, a balanced person, somebody worthy. You know what I mean? Like, you have to feel that and show that now, because talk isn't going to do it. Interesting. Okay. Clarifying the Six of Cups here, we have the Strength card. What is it in this deck? Major Arcana number 8. Yep, so balancing the shadow, you know what I mean? That's the real, I like to call it the taming of the beast. As my little beast comes in, hello. Kiwi will probably jump up and say hi as the big kitty comes out, you know. So there's a real representation of how you see yourself here, and healing some shame around honest to God strength. So all your life you've been shamed for something. You're gonna jump on my piano right now. Come on. Let's see if she'll jump for it. Come on. Let me get her. She's sitting on my piano. My girl. My girl. No, ma'am. No, man, is this what you do when I'm not around? You sit on my damn piano? I bet you do. Okay, let me do it. Here's my kiwi. Oh. Okay, anyways, back to it. A lot of how you see yourself here is something that you've been shamed for all your life, whether somebody said it to really genuinely mean it or to hurt you, but either way you absorbed it and took it for life, right? So we all have these pain points from way back, and there's a lot of healing right now under this energy for this. So seeing it, understanding it, realizing that you don't actually feel that way about yourself, and integrating some of the shadow. I love this because, again, it's feeling very much so like the basics, which I am not downplaying it at all. Trust me, the basics, especially in the beginning, are some of the most challenging. So we're really challenged in the mental space right now to find that balance and that understanding. You know, you can expect, again, the clearing of the upper chakras with sinuses and eyes burning and all kinds of shit. I'm looking up and I'm seeing the cloud seeding again and crisscrosses, and I'm just like, nope. I'm not going there, man. I'm just not at least not until Babe gets back. And then maybe we'll have a little chit chat about it. See why he's not feeling good today too. He works outside. They work on a big natural gas tank going in our hometown. The pipelines, man. The crisscrossing. The ley lines I just heard. Yep. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles central energy. Maybe that's why I was just called to the earth so strongly. Very much so we're being called to do some of this shadow work in nature right now. So get outside, do your shadow work. However that is for you. There's all kinds of rituals and stuff I love to do. You know, if you're ever curious, do ask. 29:29 on the clock. Ooh, okay. Is that all of it? No, that's too many. But what did we see? The 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Very nice. Yes, that is a very balanced feminine energy, very authentic energy. The heart space is wide open here. No wonder you're in so much damn pain as the Queen of Swords goes flying. Okay, baby, here we go. You ready? And you're sideways. Oh, it was hard to get. It was a sticky one. It was sticking to the floor. Just going for it. Okay, Queen of Swords. Hell yeah, central energy. Look at the Queen and the King together like, ayo. He's grounded. She's clear. Focused. That is a damn focused couple right there. So stable, so honest, authentic, genuine people. Got any genuine people around you right now? You know what I mean? This kind of energy is really going to stand out to you because it's central. This is what's being illuminated for you under this full moon. You see the sword of truth there? Shining so bright. Toth's got his... There's no way not to see right now. So kick back and do what you got to do, because this is going to be real hard on some of us collectively, okay? This is going to be real hard on some of us collectively, this energy, because the people that are supposed to be this for you might not be. Or you might have been caught up in some illusion, hence the need for the shadow work, okay? So you're going to see now the people around you that really do care about you, see you for what you are, understand you. Being understood right now feels really good. So when people don't, it's going to feel really bad. You know, the flip side, Gemini season always gives you both. It gives you what you really want and what you really don't want. And it shows you both. If you can't see clearly your desires right now, especially under air element, if you can't see clearly your desires, it's going to be a little painful seeing the flip side. Okay, so just get authentic, get real. Queen of Swords is so feminine and accepting and compassionate of the sometimes cold, sometimes hard, sometimes ugly truth. She really is a goddess when it comes to handling, you know, the mentally handling. And that's what's coming in for us, because we might not be feeling that right now coming off some of this shit. Imagine, right? And there he is, the divine masculine coming through in all the ways right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, where and when you have masculine energy around you that feels stable, be grateful and show gratitude for that. Show appreciation for that. Give to that energy, and that energy will continue to give back to you. Because that's a beautiful, protected energy. You better not use claws when you go ripping off my legs, because you hear Papa. Huh? Crazy little beast. My crazy little beast. What are you doing? She looked like she was getting ready to bolt. So cute. I call her like 10 different names, but her name's Kiwi. Mochichi. Oh, such a soft and gentle energy right now. Oh, she's a fucking drooling. I had to smell it to make sure, because I'm like, I'll wash my hands right now before I keep doing the cards. But it's just some saliva, not the real stinky kind. My little stinker. God, I love him so much. The innocence right now is so pure, and it really does need us. So when there's tenderness being asked for from you, give it to the best of your ability. It will be there for you when you need it. You know what I mean? Not always the same source, but trust me, everyone needs a little tenderness right now. Next card out, we're almost at the end, guys. We got the 10 of Pentacles coming out under the Page of Cups. So we're feeling good. We're expressing good. It's very aligned. This feels very aligned now. So by the time we get into Osiris energy, thank God. So as the full moon energy is subsided, you know, things have come, they'll feel like they've come full circle, but trust me, we got some ways to go on some of these, okay? Because this is real big stuff here. Page of Cups coming out after we saw the 6 of Cups. It's like we finally get a fresh start, but it's on some old stuff. The 10 of Cups to me right now is, the 10 of Pentacles right now is feeling very ancient Earth Mother. It's feeling very ancestral and bloodliney. And of course, we're in like the ancient Egyptian timeline, right? So we really are going back through the origins. So allow yourself to change, because as your values change, what you considered to be important is going to change, and that might look a little unexpected sometimes. The high priestess has not yet come in this energy. She's coming, and she's been here all along, but we all do have timelines, right? So one more chance at it. We do have a lot of shadow work on the board here. We do have a lot of authentic heart space being expressed. And that's not always shadow, but that's not always light either, right? So ups and downs here, round and round. It's going to be a very eventful 2 weeks until we get into new moon energy. Okay, last card. And then we'll do bottom of the deck. The Sisters. That's the exact card that I saw that made us do this reading in the first place. And how did I know the Emperor was in my hand? I barely saw that. So the Emperor coming out to clarify his high priestess. This is who we pray to when we are in our divine masculine alignment. Do you know what I mean? So we all have divine masculine and feminine within us. That's 2 aspects of our soul. And the Emperor is completely aligned in the masculine. So really the divine feminine needs to be acknowledged here. If and when he is seen, these are fated encounters, even if it's a stranger, you know, be extremely expressive right now of what you're seeing and feeling that you appreciate. Some of these encounters might seem small, but they're fated. So they have more ripple than you would expect, which takes us back to one of the downloaded messages for the collective, which is allow your presence, your truth, your action to ring out, to echo, to vibrate off the walls or ripple in the pond almost endlessly. It really does feel like your reach right now, your effect on the collective consciousness is quite large. Far more than is even meant for you to know. So that's the message coming through, is know that a lot of your challenge is going to be fated right now, but a lot of your gratitude is too. So be appreciative. It's like a combination of dark and light here. So and I was just saying this the other day to somebody, and the message has come up a few times during this energy. So it's weird how during the greatest moments in our lives, I can speak. During the greatest moments of our lives, sometimes some of the worst things that ever happened to us are also going on simultaneously. And if you don't stop in that moment and really think about it, you won't know until down the road that that was one of the greatest moments of your life. Woo, my girl. Getting a little tongue twisted. Okay. So the final message is going to come from the Goddess Oracle. We're going to do that last, pretty much right now. I just want to see if there's one more set of messages. Well, there was a few coming through, but we'll focus on this one, Nora Roberts. Okay, so I'm totally tapping into the 1, 2, 3 cycle that Nora Roberts writes in typically. I know she writes a lot, but there's something nice about the classic, predictable. Oh my God, the safety and comfort of the predictable right now is not always going to be had under this energy. So where and when you need it, lean the fuck into that. It will be so helpful for you when it comes down to it, because I know for me there's been some real struggles in finding awareness and not taking rational actions, you know, because you have to be honest with yourself about what actual irrationality looks like. You know what I mean? Somebody can look at you from the outside and be like, whoa, spontaneous. irrational, emotional, and for you that just might not be the truth. You might know what your irrational really looks like. You know what I'm saying? So authenticity right now and the truth being exposed can be a little bit of self-exposure where you really are understanding what your best is and where that can take you. Popping out for us is Vila, shapeshifter. I love that because that's the message. It's like about identity, self-identity, know thyself. You know what you're really capable of and what that means for you. And other than that, we move unapologetically. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what the goddesses have to say here. One final message from the goddesses. What does the collective need to know right now to successfully move through this energy as is fated and as is necessary? Okay. Cards feel really good, cool and refreshing. Absolutely lovely. Bottom of the deck, changing woman cycles. Precisely. Allowing the flow of self-identity. So to not identify with one certain thing, even if all your life you've been called this thing. That's why moving away from a small town was so valuable of an experience for me, because nobody knew me. So it was kind of like you don't have, it's weird how in one place the perception of you is so specific and detailed, and in another place a new perspective is completely different. It's like, and you're not faking it in any way. It's just people see you differently when you get a chance to see what a first impression really does and what a history can do, So a lot of us are making choices right now to move environments, to change environments, because it's time, it's time to have a new perspective, to have first impressions, and whether that's new jobs, new homes, new cities, and we get our message. Bottom of the deck, we have Kali, fear. Ooh. And Pele, awakening. Wow. Okay, let me show you that energy. Okay, so a lot of our aggression right now as divine feminines is going to come from fear, which really is going to come through the mental space. Okay, so again, taking time to allow the mind some downtime, some leisure space. You don't have to solve every single problem you have right now. Delegating your time, designating specific times to deal with specific problems, and then following through and executing or rescheduling with the self another time. This is going to really come down to timelines, because when it comes to your awakening right now, it really is like the rupture of a volcano. Okay, something's really gonna burst to the surface with you, and you're gonna need to take the time. Otherwise, the challenge will be beyond fear. Do you understand? I'm not trying to scare anyone. I know I just scared the shit out of somebody. But what I mean is, you need to be compassionate and understanding. And again, that needs to start. Put your own mask on first before you try to save the innocent, before you try to do what's right for somebody else. You have to. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of like resistance to that. Like, it's going to look ugly to you and you're not going to want to. It's like, no, I just want things to keep going. No, I don't want to deal with that right now. No, I'm just going to keep doing this just for now. And you might not get that option under this full moon. Again, the sisters, fated events, okay? Fated events. You might not get the option here. So this is about the divine feminine. I'll read you Pele because I know she wants to. I thought I left. Oh, I did. Let's do Pele. What's up, baby? Kiwi's readjusting. Pele, awakening. Okay, ready? I surge, I pulse, I throb. I am never still. I am perpetual vibration, a rhythmic beat. The constant hum that you hear, I am always moving, way down in the deeps, with fiery vitality in places you can only feel, When necessary, with dramatic, fierce volcanic eruptions, I wake you up with lava and fire. I say, pay attention. You know what I mean? Big Mama energy is a little bit ruthless right now, the feminine, because we really, when we're talking air element, we're talking mental space, and sometimes the feminine is not so considerate of how the mental is going to receive something. So a lot of times, that's why I said get into the body and let the mind be occupied with something simple or something childlike, that childhood energy, something easy, because vibrationally what we're going through is not necessarily easy. It's a real challenge again, and she wants to come out, so fair enough. It's a real challenge. You see what I'm saying here? So divine feminine energy is going through some healing, doing some dark. Okay, Pele's appearance signals a need for awakening. You've been sitting still for too long. Statement. Okay, have you been lulled into sleep by the evenness of your life? Ooh, stagnant energy, right? Has reality been too slippery to grasp? Get ready to awaken your awareness and come into full consciousness. Now is the time to see things as they really are and to initiate change so things can be as you want them to be. So like I said, I know with Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, I know with Queen of Swords as our central energy, even as a clarifier, that right now we're going to be exposed to truths that are difficult. And I especially know they're going to be difficult because he's necessary. Our central energy is the most grounded, stable, and reliable masculine energy that we could ask for outside of the Emperor, which is everything. You know, when it comes to our truth right now, we've got a very stable place to witness, to express, to understand. There's going to be some real deep understanding coming here. And it's not going to be easy, okay? So do your rituals, do your full moon rituals, your healing, your cleansing, your manifesting, your grounding. I'm hearing the Zen room. The Zen, that's what I got. The Zen room, where I come, where I need to heal. Excuse me. Lots of clearing again of the upper chakras. My throat started to burn a little bit, but I've been talking for a few hours now. So heal when you need to heal. Say what you gotta say. Do what you gotta do. Okay, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope that you got everything you needed out of this reading. Be sure to check out the other full moon elementals if you feel the need to do so. We work with the elementals every moon cycle because it's extremely effective, and I love efficiency. So that's how we do it. When we are in our full brilliance, we can produce to our highest potential and potential activation to activate the full power at your capability, at the ready for you. That is the ultimate goal here, okay? So out with it. Truth will out. We are not afraid and we are not ashamed anymore, okay? We are ready and we are moving forward here. So again, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, comment. It really does help the videos to circulate here on the YouTube. I love you so much, and I will see you in your next reading.